Oh no! Hello! It's been a little bit since my last video. I'm sure you've noticed our background has changed a little bit. If you watched my last video, I kind of talked about this a little bit. My husband and I have bought a house, so we're finally moved in and settled. November and December were very, very busy. We kind of not necessarily renovated, but more just kind of did some updates to the house that we knew that we wanted to do before we got moved in. So it was a lot of painting, just kind of doing some projects around that we knew we wanted to do before we got moved in. Painting was a big one. That was the majority of how we spent our time was. And as I'm sitting here editing this video, I'm realizing the irony that I will be doing more painting. A lot of painting. We basically repainted the whole house, but we're very excited to finally own our own home and really wanted to spend the time to make it ours and put our own unique touch on things. So we're very happy to finally be here. So yeah, that was my little hiatus from YouTube and making videos and just projects in general. Even though this is my sewing area, we are not going to be doing any sewing today. I do have a sewing video planned. However, it's a little bit more of an involved project because we're kind of easing back into things. I figured today we would just do a kind of an easier project, a more kind of laid back project. So today we're going to be doing a painting. Earlier in 2020, I had purchased this large canvas with the intention of doing a painting on it, and then life happened and we moved, and then we moved again. So I just never got to that painting. So I figured we could do it today. I have the canvas, I have all the paints that I want to use for it. I already know what I want to do for it. I just need to sit down and do it. So I figured I would bring you guys along and we could do it together. So we'll get things situated and set up in our art space. And yeah, we'll do a painting today. It'll be a nice, easy, hopefully, video. Sometimes the painting process can be a little finicky sometimes, but yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun. So yeah, let's get to it. Hello. All right, I think I found an angle that works okay-ish. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing here. So this canvas is 22 by 28 inches. So it is quite a big canvas, as you can see, compared to my head. So I've got my palette, and then I've got a whole bunch of paint. So kind of the color scheme that we're going for is going to be kind of a dark blue, muted greens, yellows, that kind of vibe. So I've got a variety of different kinds of acrylic paints here. I really like the golden paints, but they're kind of expensive, so I don't have a ton of them. I did buy this, I don't know if you can see it, in a focus? This Prussian blue. It's like a dark blue. So my thought is we're gonna do the whole background a dark blue, which is why I bought a whole tube specifically for that. The moth itself is gonna be yellows and greens and try to bring that pop of color in that way. So do have a reference. So this is kind of the moth that we're gonna paint today. So we're gonna sketch out the basic shape of this. I might end up making the tails on the moth a little bit shorter just to kind of maximize our space here. So we're gonna sketch it out and then we'll get painting. All right, so I'm gonna sketch it out with this. This is a Col-Erase pencil. I really, really like these pencils. Usually I like sketching with a color instead of just like graphite pencils. I don't know, it just kind of makes it a little bit more fun. So I'm going to be using green. I usually like to do them in like a red color, but because the color scheme of this painting is going to be blues, greens, yellows, usually I try to stick with a color of the pencil that's going to complement the color of the painting, just in case some of those lines do come through or don't get covered completely. These are erasable, so I can always go back through and lighten them up that way, but like most like erasable colored pencils, they're not like 100% erasable. Sometimes they do leave a little bit of a residue behind. But yeah, I really, really like sketching with these. They're a lot of fun. The center. So I can make sure that my moth is centered. Oh no! So here's the finished painting. I had a lot of fun working on this. I thought it came out really cool. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching the process of me doing this painting. I don't do a lot of like palette knife paintings. I've only done a couple and they were very small. But yeah, I had a lot of fun working with it. I would like to do more paintings with the palette knife in the future. I like the texture that it brings to it. I like the sound of the knife against the canvas. They're just a lot of fun to work with. And it really kind of forces you to be not as precise, which I like. I like that it kind of forces you to think differently about how you're going to go about painting an area. But yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I had a lot of fun with it. So I will see you next time. Bye. All right, now I gotta go clean everything up. I hate washing afterwards. I just wanna make the messes. I don't wanna clean them up. I wanna make to it. However, because this is where's my ruler? All right, I couldn't find my art ruler, so I'm gonna use my sewing ruler. Why don't you go lay down? Go lay down. Go on.